Okay, here are 5 reasons you cannot heal your gut despite trying. So maybe you have been dealing with like gas, bloating, diarrhea, constipation, alternating constipation, diarrhea, every little thing bothering your gut, right? Sick of feeling like 4 months pregnant by 4 p.m., wanting to like unbutton your pants at your desk. If that's you, I'm going to go through 5 reasons why you are not healing your gut despite trying. So the first thing you need to focus on is stop guessing and stop following like influencers and people, everything you see on the internet, ChatGPTing what you think you need in order to actually heal your gut, because it's actually not going to help you long term. The reason for that is because you are actually guessing. You are not testing. You are not figuring out what's going on under the hood with you, and you're just going to continue this cycle of trial and error the longer you just keep trying different things and like, this gut healing supplement, that probiotic, which leads me to mistake number 2, which is you need to stop with the supplement roulette. So if you have been trying like all these different probiotics, all these different supplements, these gut healing supplement over here and this thing over here, and this is supposed to heal your SIBO, right? This is supposed to fix your constipation. If you aren't fixing you gotta zoom out. You have to zoom out. You can't just focus, I have SIBO, I have bloating. I have constipation, I need to take this magnesium. Okay, but why do you have constipation? Why do you have SIBO? Why do you have random diarrhea? Like what's going on with your liver, your bile, your stomach acid? There's a whole connected piece here. And if you only focus on one thing, you're going to continue the cycle of trial and error. And so this leads me to most people, this is mistake number 3, most people are going to start with probiotics. I think I need more probiotics to help me with my gut health. And I'm going to tell you right now, probiotics can be a great tool, but here's an example of where things go really, really wrong. Say you have a garden and it's full of weeds, and you go plant some nice flowers and those flowers grow. How does that garden look in spring and summer? Does that garden look beautiful and clean and nice and lush? Or is it still full of weeds because you never did the job to de-weed, right? So like this is the same thing. You're trying to throw a bunch of probiotics at a problem that is already overgrown and you never addressed that problem in the first place. So mistake number 4, or tip number 4 that you need to focus on if you actually want to heal your gut is you need to do a lab test. If you have never done a lab test, you are always going to feel stuck and you're going to feel like you're on the cycle of trial and error. This is, again, you guessing versus testing. Literally run a test. This is what I do with 95% of the clients that come and work into my business and they come work with us in my functional practice. We are going to run a test. Even if we don't see specific like gut particular problems, like, no, I don't really have like major gut issues, maybe some bloating or whatever, but the person like has migraines, or the person has skin issues, or the person has unexplained aches and pains in their body and they're like arthritis, or they have mood, anxiety, depression, and they're on these medications. We're going to still run a gut test because your gut is like the central control center of your body. It's like the command center. So if you have the command center off, everything else is going to be off too, right? I think that makes complete sense for most people. So running a test tells us what pathogens might be there, what parasites, what is there candida or yeast? Is there some sort of bacterial imbalance? Do you have enough good gut bugs? Do you have too many good gut bugs? If you have too many good gut bugs, adding more probiotics would not be good for you, right? That's an example where you wouldn't want to use probiotics. But if you are just always guessing and you never know, actually you don't digest your fats very well. Actually you don't have enough pancreatic enzymes to break down your protein. If you never figure out these specific things, you're going to be throwing a bunch of supplements at a problem and you're going to have no idea if it's going to fix it. So instead of spending like hundreds on supplements, why don't you spend a couple $100 on a lab test that's going to actually get to the root and so you can fix it long term. This test is responsible for me going from lifelong 35 years of irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, where every little thing bothered my gut, gas, bloating, diarrhea, stomach pains I couldn't explain, every little constipation, every little thing you could think of, I had it. I had all of the gut symptoms. I also had horrible cystic acne. I had migraines every single week. Those are all gone now. Look at my skin. Okay, I do not have this anymore. Okay, so All of that stuff is because I healed leaky gut and I healed the inflammation that was in my gut that was creating leaky gut in the first place. And I would have never found that out if I didn't run this test, okay? That is the big part that most people miss, and it's the part you should start with. If you would have started with a lab, you would have a better roadmap as to how you actually need to heal your gut. And then the fifth thing that people mistake all the time, they think it's going to heal their gut, is, oh, can I just eat really, really clean? Can I just work out? Excuse me. Can I just work out and eat really clean? And it's going to heal my gut over time if I give it long enough? And my answer to that is, I think it's great that you're eating really clean. It's going to help the process. It's not going to fix the problem. It's not going to fix the root cause of the problem. The root cause of why you have leaky gut, again, parasites, candida, bacterial imbalances. If your gut microbiome is a mess, no just eating clean will help. It will bring your symptoms down. It will bring your symptoms down. It will help improve your day-to-day life. And you are going to mistake that for healing, and that's not true. Okay, so if I were to look at my lab, so here's my test, and I'm going to show you, I ran this 3 times. I did it over the course of a couple of years. And when I first ran it, I found out I had major liver issues. So this was a huge sign. This beta-glucuronidase was a huge sign that, bam, like I've got major liver issues. I've got an immune system issue. I've got a gluten issue. And I never had an idea about it. Okay, so I started working on these things. And then I ran it later, broke down some biofilms, which a lot of the main issues that people have, they could be hidden behind biofilms. So just because you run a lab and the lab shows normal doesn't mean it's normal. Okay, so you have to work with somebody who really understands these labs and can help you decode what your symptoms could mean, even if not everything shows up, because we can't test for literally every single thing out there. We test for what we can. So the next time I ran this, my bacteria overgrowth was out of control. I ended up finding out I actually did have a parasite right here, and a lot of my digestive markers improved, but I found out these are the root causes as to why, and my low good gut bugs, I found out these are the reasons why I'm having problems. And then when I tested it later on again, okay, this is like my 3rd test after doing a couple of years of healing, I found I got way better in my gut, like good gut bug range. Only a few were overgrown. A lot of the autoimmune related bacteria are gone. Like, look at this. I've hopefully resolved potential autoimmune, issues for myself in the future. And then the protozoa, the parasite, is actually gone here as well. And a lot of my markers are much improved. I obviously have a little immune system issue. I do think it had to do with this right here. This has already been resolved. So this lab gives us so much information. When you work with a practitioner who can decode what this means and relate it to your symptoms, that is a game changer. So if you want to know more about where I recommend everyone start with this lab. If you start with this lab, everything else follows after that. Now we know what we're working with. Now we know what supplements you need. Now we know what food or dietary changes you do or don't need to do. Like for some people, I do see that they need to remove gluten. Like you saw on mine, like I needed to remove gluten but not everybody does, okay? So if you want to get started with this test, just comment the word gut test and I'll send you a link. You can order it from me. I send it right to your house. You take that test right in the comfort of your own home. You ship it, you FedEx it back, and you hop on a call with me and we go through what those results mean specifically for you. If that sounds good to you, go ahead and drop the words gut test in the comments, and I will reach out and I'll get you a link for that. All right, thank you.